Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another version of the Jonny Gooner All Cannon Show. A few slight hiccups tonight, which means we've got a tasty little freeway for you. We've got Charlie and Mark. How you doing, Charlie?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. It's nice to be on the show, and it's nice to be with you too. So let's cook.
Yeah, absolutely. I've even had a roast dinner on a Thursday, so I'm absolutely I've had a great night. So, how you doing, Mark? Good to see you.
All good, guys. All good to be on again.
There's a thing that my mum and dad have always said to me: if you want a job doing, do it yourself. And sadly, as it's proved, we're down to the last chance saloon, and I've run out of teams. We're down to West Ham United. They've always been my favourite London side, apart from Arsenal, obviously. No.
Yeah.
But, I'm more singing "I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles," favourite song. I love Claret,
Yeah.
But this is what it's come down to.
Yeah.
Sadly, Fulham rolled over and died. Tottenham, sadly, and before the 9 o'clock water said, John coming out. They huffed and puffed, but ultimately they just were rubbish. The annoying thing, Charlie, was I thought Man City looked very nervous. We'll talk about our Man United game, and it was a similar display, but they did look a bit edgy at times, and a better team could have taken advantage.
Yeah, 100%. I actually think that Spurs, especially in the first half, were actually the better side, I think. But again, they get to the final third, and it seems to be the problem in the last part of the season for them. They just don't know how to score. It's almost like they get to the final third and they just run out of ideas. But then we've seen this with City before, though. Even against Forest, teams missing chances against them. They don't play well, but they get the result, and that's why they're just. Unfortunately for us, they're just so good because they just, even when they're nowhere near their best, they just get the win. So
they are a relentless beast. Bears, love it to see you, mate. Dramatic late entrance as always. You love it, didn't you?
Without me swearing, the last few minutes went into the provider because we're trying to change into the provider. It's been a complete, utter nightmare trying to get in the show.
Oh well, it's worth the wait just to see you. It's all good.
Are you sure about that?
Always, mate. Always. You're one of my reliables.
Oh God! Anyway, I'm here now.
Tuesday.
What can we say?
Good lad. It was awful, mate. Having to cheer that lot on, even my wife was like, "God, this is awful." Even when they got a corner or something, it's just awful. It's like, you start clapping, and it's just like, it's just horrendous. And that Son chance. For God's sake, if he plays against us, you know it's going in.
Yeah, full sure was going in. Full sure. Keeper made a good save, in fairness.
He hit it straight at him, though. It was just so lackluster. His whole body language, you just knew he was going to miss. Liam said the other night, I said it's a funny one because he thinks things must have been going through his head. Like if he scores and one of them gets a result for the Spurs and helps us, their fan base are going to turn on them. It was such a strange situation. Even at Big Ange, he was absolutely fuming. And the only good thing we can take about it is completely expose Spurs again as a club and their stupid fan base.
Exactly. When they only can look forward to every season is.
Hello.
As Ange said, how do they ever? If let's stop Arsenal, win and lose themselves. That just now look, we'll never find ourselves for league titles, so we don't know what it's like. But I'd like to think we'd have a bit more about us than open for it, so to stop them winning. So that's where they're at, So I don't see it anytime soon.
No, I think they're in for a shocking summer, and if results go against them on Sunday, Chelsea can finish above them, and they could end up at 6th or 7th, which would be rather funny, considering they, turned down a Champions League spot. Let's be honest. And all of a sudden, it's bingo, and we've got a full house. Hello, G. Nice to join us.
Hello. Oh God, that was stressful, wasn't it?
I think they might have to sort this out.
Saved the day. He sent it to me via text, and it seems to be working fine.
No, he's a good boy, and Jonesy. He's an absolute hero. Not all heroes wear capes. True story. Right, so obviously we'll quickly talk about last Sunday's match against Manchester United. I mean, Mark, it was hard going, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
started off sharply, then went into a bit of a lull, then we scored, and then they didn't seem to know what to do. They didn't really go for the kill. I mean, Man United were there for the taking, but the longer it stayed 1-0, not going to lie, the longer my arse started to flap.
You're 100%. Is one set piece, one mistake, and it's 1-1, and season's basically finished. So yeah, could we have? I think we're so comfortable now in just sitting back and defending that once we get 1-0 up, we're happy to just close up shop and just, okay, you can have the ball. We'll sit here, sit in, defend. We know we've two absolutely brilliant centre halves. I think since we got that 0-0 with City, I think our record away from home in terms of keeping clean sheets is just ridiculous. Like the only goals we've conceded away from home since February are at Tottenham, which are a massive mistake by the goalkeeper and a penalty. So I think we're very, very comfortable once we get 1-0 up, just defending. No, we had a couple of chances, half chances. Onana made good saves from Martinelli and Rice, and then there was an Odegaard. I wouldn't call it a good save. He kind of passed it to him nearly. But yeah, as you said, we didn't really go for the kill, but we never looked really like conceding either. So anytime you get win up there, I think you have to be happy.
Well, yes. I mean, it's just nice, let's be honest, Charlie, to win up there, because our record, I think it's like the second win in like 16 matches up there or something ridiculous. It's just nice to do the double over them, isn't it? Let's be honest. No matter how bad they are.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, everyone who knows me knows I'm an avid Man United hater, so beating them is beating them is quite high on the priority. But to be fair, I can't lie, the game was absolute dross.
It was awful.
It was absolutely terrible. I mean, if it wasn't for 400 grand a week, Casemiro, who decided to play everyone on side for God knows what reason, I don't know.
So good. He's so good at centre half.
I couldn't believe it. When the goal winning, I was like, mate, we're getting flagged for offside here because Havertz looked miles offside. And then I see the replay and Casemiro's just chilling on the edge of his 6-yard box. I couldn't stop laughing. I thought we'd won the lottery scoring a goal like that. And then even then, to be fair, in the second half, it was just crap, wasn't it? But that's the only thing that annoyed me. Like, we could have genuinely beaten them about 4-5-0 if we actually decided to go after them, but we didn't. We sort of, like you say, scored the goal. I don't know if it was the tension or the nerves, knowing that we have to win every game.
I think that played into it. I think, they're only human beings. And they knew what was on the line. They knew what would happen if we didn't win. Everyone all of a sudden Arsenal in crisis, bottle jobs, blah, blah, blah. And that must be in the back of their minds.
Plus, what I will say as well is, especially in the last 5-6 years, Man United team-wise haven't been very good. But even when we've not been at our best, for some reason, whenever we go to Old Trafford, we seem to lose the ability to play football. Right, I've watched us go up there and we're miles better than them, but we lose or we draw because for some reason we lose the ability to play football, or we just do absolute foolishness. But yeah, we got the win, which was what we needed to do, and yeah, we've taken it to the last day. But yeah, it's peak. It's peak.
And that's right, and Bez, we've done all we can do. We've taken it to the last game, and now we're just praying for a little miracle, aren't we? Really.
A miracle of all miracles. I mean, it's been some roller coaster season with so many ups, a few lows, shall we say. But sadly, that Villa game just hurts the most, I mean, people, again, we did say previously that the Bayern Munich doubleheader kind of say this, caught out a bit off guard, shall we say, with his tactical awareness. It's just unfortunately how things go, So this season, to be honest with you, I'm happy that we went down to the wire compared to last season when we kind of just let it and slide, and we just panic, shall we say. Now, thankfully, hopefully, willingly, what can I say? We go to the wire in the last kick of the season, I guess.
I mean, I've been saying this for weeks, G. It's West Ham's turn this week. You never know. They might do something. but they've got no choice. They have to get a result so we can win the league. They have to do it. So just get it done.
Yeah, it seems like for the past month or so, every single opponent of theirs, you think, come on, now's your time. Come on,
Yeah.
step up.
We've run out of teams.
Yeah, I guess the only annoying part is they're not now, because Man United won last night. They can't get Europe now, can they?
Okay.
Which is a real. I was watching that.
Mm.
Obviously, I wasn't watching. I was waiting for the scores, and then when we went 3-2, I was like, "Come on, come on."
Yeah. No.
But yeah, unfortunately, with them winning, if they had drawn, it would have been fine. So they could have got the same points. So that's a bit of a downer as well. But hey, you know, I got to about 4:00 yesterday, and then I thought, do you know what? I'm back now. I'm back to believing again. I've had my downer.
Mm.
And you know, we're still mathematically in it, aren't we? So until that point, I can't see how people are giving up. Like, I know it's realistic, like being realistic, of course, and how good City are at this stage of every season. But while it's still there, it still could happen. I'm not going to give up.
It's still there. You could still reach out and grab it.
Yeah, it's like
that's what we keep saying. Football is such a funny game. Yes, Man City should go and give West Ham a beating. You know, but you just don't know. End of the day, the only good thing is now, Mark, obviously, where the pressure was on Arsenal to keep up with Man City, obviously now Man City are top, the pressure's all on them. Everyone's expecting them to win the league. No one's expecting in a million years that they're going to muck up. So, you know, we're clutching at straws slightly, but, you know, they could switch off a little bit. You know, the longer, well, if they don't get the early goal, if we can get off to a flyer against Everton, the news will filter through. You just don't know, do you?
No,
you just don't know.
No. Look, was it 2 seasons ago they played Villa on the last day of the season? We're 2-0 down after 65 minutes. Now, I know they came back to win 3-2, so...
I mean, I'll finish me off if that happens this side. I can't.
I wouldn't be. If they're going to win, I want them to be 4-0 up at half time, so I don't even have to stress about. I don't want this hope clinging to. Oh, we're 2-0 down after 40 minutes. No,
we don't need another Aguero thing, do we? Not having to us. It was funny when happened to Man United. We laughed at that, but now I can't. I can't be
I do not want to be on the receiving
because the cameras will fire me crying. I can't be dealing with that.
Yeah.
I'll be everywhere.
No, absolutely. I do not want to be on the receiving end of an Aguero moment. No bloody way. So if they're going to win, as I said, let them be 2 or 3-0 up at half time and just be done with it. But as I said, strange things can happen. So we just have to hope that strange things happen in our favour come Sunday.
Yeah, you just never know, do you, Charlie? I mean, I know you're pretty adamant that, you know, City will do the job. I think we all kind of know that they're such a relentless beast and they just get the job done. That there's not, say, no frills, but they're just a machine, aren't they? They're just, especially this time of the season. I think if you look at their record from like New Year's Day, I think they've more or less won every game apart from our game. It's just, we've done so well to keep up with them. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, 100%. There's 99.9999, however many nines reoccurring percentage, says to me that they're just going to pump West Ham 4-0 and then we're just going to be chilling. I'll tell you now, if they score an early goal, we might as well just pack up and go home. We might as well just all pack up and dip. Nah, the frustrating thing is, everyone says that it's the Villa game. It's not the Villa game, bruv. It's the 1 point out of 6 we got against Fulham. It's the 0 points against Villa and Newcastle in the first half of the season. Even the loss against West Ham. Like, 1 loss in the second half of the season is a pretty incredible record. And for that to still not be good enough, I mean, you only have to ask Liverpool fans, to be fair. Liverpool fans have been dealing with that for the last 4 years before us. And the one title they did win was when there was no fans in the ground. So, like, for me, it's Pep, mate. As soon as Pep dips out of this league, I think we'll be okay. 100%.
I mean, there is a rumour I've heard of saying this thing. It's getting to summer. It's silly season for rumours. You know, Twitter's like. But there's a few people said the same thing, that they'd heard that Pep could leave in the summer with regards to all these charges. Now I wrote all this down because I don't like the bloke. But I see a video the other day of Richard Keys and Andy Gray and their little Saudi BN Sports, whatever, and they went through it all. And all down. Cause I just think this is ridiculous. And this is why I could leave. They've got 115 charges, right? 54 failures to provide accurate financial info between the 2009-10 season, 2017-18. Another 14 failures to provide accurate details for player management payments from 2009-10 to 2017-18. A further 5 failures rules, including financial fair play, for another 5 seasons. 7 breaches of Premier League PSR rules, whatever they are. And 35 failures to cooperate with the Premier League investigations from December 2018, 2023. Gee, how on earth have they got away with it? This is absolutely obscene. And surely, after they've gone after Everton and Forest, they've got to be next in the firing line, surely.
It's money, though, isn't it? Money talks. And the owners have a lot of money, and they've already dismissed something a few years or seasons ago, wasn't it? It was something about being in Europe. That got dismissed, and they weren't banned anymore. So that's why. I mean, you have to be realistic. Like, Nottingham Forest and Everton only have like the one charge, don't they? So obviously that's going to come out quicker than 115. But then you think and even they came out a few weeks ago saying that it's pending or in the near future. So they can't actually say we're going to court on this day or anything. They can't actually put a date or stamp on it, can they? Which is the most frustrating thing. So it's just like, oh, we'll just dismiss it for another season then, while they're still doing what they're doing. And
I wonder, are they trying to negotiate a settlement in the background?
Oh, that's definitely something, because it's like the media blackout. I mean, Sky never mentioned it. When Ian Wright was on Monday Night Football the other week and he came out of it, the other two didn't know where to put themselves. Because I don't think he discussed what he was going to say. And they don't mention it on there at all. Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher, God forbid they can mention it. You know, Match of the Day don't mention it. Even the media, a lot of journalists. I mean, I don't read papers anymore. I follow a few of them online. But God forbid that someone like Henry Winter could proper expose them. There's definitely more of it that meets the eye.
The only media publication that's gone after him is the German paper, Der Spiegel or something. That's where the UEFA case came out of all those years ago. I think they hacked their emails or something and basically uncovered a load of nefarious transactions, should we say. And again, they were able to get that time barred. I don't think that's going to work here because I don't think the Premier League rules allow it, but we'll see what happens. Again, as I said, I think they're probably trying to work out some sort of settlement in the background. But I don't know why these charges can't all be dealt with separately. You know, as G said, Everton have 1 charge and Forest had 1 or 2 charges. I forget the exact numbers. Okay, 15. 5 of them be expedited. 10 of them. Why do we have to wait to hear all 115 at once? Maybe the Premier League has a good reason for it, I don't know.
Because they need to keep winning leagues first, that's why. They need to keep winning leagues and then they'll punish you once everyone's dead and buried.
But no, surely, nobody wants to earn these two. If we don't, you know, if things go bad at the weekend, nobody in 2 or 3 years' time wants us to then get given these last 2 years.
No, they won't do that.
We can't enjoy any of them.
Exactly.
They won't do that.
That's the shit part. They're like, well, maybe they'll get stripped of all their titles. Like, well, what's the point?
Yeah,
because it doesn't affect anyone then, does it?
Even if they strip them, I think they'll just null void them. They won't give them.
They won't award it to anyone else.
Liverpool will take them.
Even if they do award them, it's gone. You know, it's gone. The chance to enjoy it and celebrate it is in the moment. It's not 2 years.
Mate, they should start on. They should start on minus 50 points for the next 20 years if they're found guilty of all of them.
In League Two.
Well, that's it. Yeah, they should. Surely something's got to happen.
Mate, at least we'll win the league then. If they start on minus 50 points, we'll win the league then. And they still won't get relegated.
Yeah, you do like to think so, yeah. And another strange thing as well I see today, that is it the chief executive of the Premier League, Richard Masters? No, I've never heard of him either. Is apparently coming to the Arsenal-Everton game instead of the Man City game, which is very, very strange.
You know why?
Because they hate him, probably.
No, because they know we're not winning the league, and so he doesn't have to hand it to. He doesn't have to hand it to Man City, bro, who have got 115 charges on there. That's why.
But it's just a ridiculous situation.
Yeah, the optics would look ridiculous, all right, of the chief executive of the Premier League handing the trophy over to Kyle Walker with 115
Oh, I
pending
actually hate this
charges.
position, man. I actually hate this position.
Yeah,
Why,
it's a
bro?
joke.
Why are we 2 points behind with 1 game to go?
I know
Because we lost
it's
Aston
a
Villa.
killer. I mean, these last few months have been absolutely horrendous. And as everyone said, I enjoy the ride. It's like being on the worst roller coaster in the world and going round and round and round.
I ain't enjoyed shit. I've just been ranting to everyone.
It's just been stressful at every game, even when it's not like the other night. G was on the same show as me. She could see me screaming and trying to cheer on Spurs. It's just an awful situation. It's every game that comes up. You're sitting there, even the Aston Villa Liverpool game, having to cheer on Liverpool because in the long run it could help us out. It's just
Bro,
a nightmare.
I kid you not.
Never again, Brooks. Never again. I'm
No.
doing that. Never.
I was in the pub, on Tuesday, and there was Spurs fans everywhere. And obviously, me and my 2 closest mates, one's Man United and one's Arsenal, and obviously they all want Arsenal to win the league. But we all wanted Spurs to win, of course. Mate, the pub was full of Spurs fans, and when Man City scored, they all started celebrating and singing Blue Moon. Like they were singing Blue Moon, bruv. I've heard Blue Moon too much in the last 2 days. Like I'm getting cooked left, right, and centre. I need West Ham or Waste Ham to do me a miracle here, bruv. Please.
That's the thing with West Ham, innit? In the Bears, they're a funny side, but let's not forget that they did beat us at home 2-0. And if they could do that same score on Sunday, I will run round West Ham naked. Don't you?
I'll be honest with you. I don't even remind it. I remember that game very vividly. Coming to Christmas period as well. All jolly, all happy. Arsenal top of the table once again. And here come West Ham out of nowhere. They just beat us. But knowing West Ham now, as we say, they're very unpredictable. So you just don't know what West Ham can turn up on Sunday.
And to be fair, that game, G, we played really well. We played well that game. We created so many chances, but it was just one of those typical games. You just couldn't score, and they just got 2 goals. I think one from a corner, and one from a free kick.
Is a penalty, wasn't it?
Was
that the FA Cup?
Raya saved the penalty at the end. Declan Rice fouled someone.
No, it was the Spalny. It was the Spalny Bowen one. It was the Spalny.
Oh, that's right, Mavropanos, and he scored as well.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
It was the Spalny Bowen one where they thought the ball had gone out of play.
Oh, that's right. It looked like,
Zinchenko basically passed it straight to him, and then Souček scored.
Yeah. But, that's the thing with Jarrod Bowen, as you just said there, Charlie. If he wants to go to the Euros in the summer, I don't know, as it stands, if he'll be in the squad. He's one of those players that's borderline. But I think Man City would help, wouldn't it?
Oh, mate.
Stick him on the plane.
Any of them. Jarrod Bowen, Mikel Antonio, all of you, man, that love the boy Deckers, like, step up, do something.
Yeah. Antonio said in his podcast, apparently the other week, that, we're going to go out there and win. But then he did say, because we need European football. But obviously now that ship has sailed.
Yeah, that's gone.
They're
see 100%.
When I was in the shop earlier, on the front page of one of the papers, he was on the front page, something to do with his mental health. I don't know if anyone else see that, so I don't know what's happened, but so whether he's actually playing the weekend, I don't know. Whether he's had his struggles or what, but and that's not good news for us, let's be honest. We're all going to be like that next week, to be fair, if it all goes wrong. But again, Mark, everyone's expecting us to win on Sunday. We will, won't we? Imagine Man City lost and we lost.
It's not a given, but yeah, you'd like to think we've too much for Everton. Again, they have very little / nothing to play for. They got their 3 or 4 wins to secure their status over the last few weeks. So they will hopefully play very relaxed and just kind of have a goal, leave plenty of spaces for us to play in. But yeah, so it's a game we should win. So, and hopefully
it's not away from home. If we were away, it'd be different.
Yeah, definitely. If we were going to go to Sunday, it'd be a match you'd be worried about.
No, that's it. You'll be there Sunday, wouldn't you?
That's the plan, anyways.
Good man. I just suppose the atmosphere, G, well, it sounds like the whole world and his wife is going to be up in the Arsenal area on Sunday afternoon. It's going to be absolutely heaving everywhere. Certain pubs apparently are charging money to get into places, and it's going to be the hottest ticket in town. So it's going to be a brilliant atmosphere. No matter what the outcome might be, I think there will be not a party sort of if they lose, but everyone's very proud of how well they've done this year, and there's a lot to be happy about. So the players will get the ovation they deserve, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, exactly, and it's that thing as well, isn't it? At the end of season, it's over after that game. We've got a couple of months until we're back in that position again, aren't we? And quite a lot of fans. I know, certainly for me, it's what gets you through life, isn't it, of having the football on. So I think it's also a chance for everyone to sort of just relax and have a moment, be all together. Obviously, us lot will meet up. We'll probably meet new people and go over the season and just do what we all do best. But the end of season is always quite a nice atmosphere anyway. Even last year when it had already gone like a month before, loads of people still turned up, and the vibe around was amazing. So you can only imagine what it's going to be like on Sunday. Obviously, until about 6 o'clock, everyone's got to be on high spirits, haven't they? At least.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, whatever happens, obviously reflecting, we can be very proud of the change that we've had this season and how much more we've improved. Of course, we'll be naturally gutted, but yeah, I mean, there's also, it's open for other feelings as well, isn't it? But certainly, I cannot wait. Honestly, I just want it to be the weekend.
Yeah, no, it'd be good. I mean, Bez, our record, the last game of the season, in the recent years, would be good. That's 7-8. I can't remember the last time we lost one. To be fair, we normally give teams at home, especially, a good humping. So hopefully, the same again on Sunday. As Mark said, Everton have. I mean, Everton haven't got a game. I can't imagine Pickford doing anything too crazy, because he's got the Euros to look forward to, and he probably hasn't got many more tournaments in him. I don't even know how old he is. I might have to age him a bit there, but
well, look,
he might be on the beach.
As an Arsenal fan base all around us, surely, considering how much we suffer the last. Let me put it this way: it feels the whole lifetime now. Don't get me wrong. We've seen Arsenal give this cheating scum of a team, a run for their money, with resources we had leading up to now. I couldn't be more prouder. I don't care what all Arsenal fans will say, but for me personally, for us, we see each other every day when we can. We discuss and dissect about this. Surely see the bigger picture, the transformation to see where it was 4 or 5 years ago to now. For me, I've been amazed how now the squad is putting their foot down to say to this league, whatever you throw at us, whatever decision you throw at us, will be for and against. We're ready for a fight, We've got manager who's very resilient. We've got fan base who surely will fight to the end of time. But for me, what I'm more proud of is this team, how you go in, out of every game now, it seems, even away from home, as you just said a few minutes ago. We look so resilient, so composed, so like a unit now, I've never seen an Arsenal team who can basically give another team a fight away from home. At home, we're being great too, despite losing some of the games. Unfortunately, it happens. Champions League is we're gonna be unlucky having Bayern Munich in their A game. League-wise, we've been good. Saturday cup runs, I would like to see more us go a bit further. But league-wise, again, I'm impressed how we just stay resilient. To have 27, 28 wins in a season that people will say, oh yeah, Arsenal did this or Arsenal did that. Look, this is the bigger picture now. We've suffered a lot to reach where we're at now. Arsenal will only get better, and I hope the same thing goes for the ladies. And I will say this another time as well. Surely, both sets of our clubs will reach that peak now, and I'm sure for a fact we'll keep a lot of critics silent, and then they'll see that what it means to support this club. For us, we've suffered a lot.
Yeah,
just on what we're saying, just saw a tweet there talking about Jurgen Klopp, and it reminded me exactly of where we're at with Arteta. It's from Miguel Delaney's. Klopp restored Liverpool as a serious team again, but also restored a joy. Fans love going again. That is as important as the first title in 30 years. And I feel that's where we're kind of at with Arteta. Everybody loves going to the stadium again. We're actually taken seriously again now. We're not bantered everywhere we go like we were when AFTV and certain other stations were at their peak. We're now a club other teams respect, hate from probably, and anyone I know absolutely loves going to the stadium to watch games again. So that's what Arteta has done. He's restored us as a team that has to be taken seriously. And I don't think that can be or should ever be underestimated. The trophies hopefully will come, but what he's actually done in terms of restoring us, I don't think we should ever underestimate. Ever.
No, definitely that. I mean, the atmosphere now, isn't it, G, is absolutely banging. You know, I mean, I know it's changed slightly in the last season due to the stupid ballot we've all struggled with. But in some games, it's, you know, everyone's right behind the team now. There's very little moaning and not a lot of silence. And there's some brilliant songs. Obviously, North London Forever. And just like the chants, you know, the Havertz one and Saliba's. It just gets the whole place absolutely bouncing.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Like the anthem, obviously North London Forever sort of kicked it all off, didn't it? They obviously take note of what goes around on socials because it was social media that got that to happen. And now you wouldn't imagine a game that if they didn't play it, you think, what the hell's going on? Where's our song? And it's one of those, you know, you play it in the pubs as well and it brings everyone together, gets everyone ready for it. And I think, yeah, the ballot has had some sort of fault, and it's more like certain times the games are kicking off. Like the usual, like 3 o'clockers, or you know, some of the other guys have said how bad those atmospheres normally are. But like the night games, and obviously the club bringing out the like fire things and the flags that are popping up here and there in the stadium. Yep. I mean, as long as the club now knows how connected we all are, don't they? And they're acknowledging that and improving things as it goes along. Not just for the big games either. Those things have now been implemented in every single game at home to make it a fortress again and make teams worry about coming to play there, rather than thinking in years gone by that they can easily get something out of us if they attack us. And you know, we were easy to get points from, whereas now everything works and clicks together, doesn't it? And if the crowd are on top level, then the football's going to show that as well, isn't it? And the more the players do something on the pitch, keeps the fans interacted. And yeah, I mean, I've only luckily been able to go to 2 of the men's games this season, but yeah, it's like it's that feeling you get when you're a little kid and you go to a football stadium for the first time, and as an adult you still are feeling it because you just can't wait to go. So yeah, it's a good effort from the club and everyone inside the club as well to have helped kick this all on.
And you must be very pleased, G, with the announcement. Was it yesterday or the day before that the Arsenal women's side are going to now make the Emirates as well their home ground? I mean, that's a hell of a move for the women's game. It's always wonderful that Arsenal are doing some of this. I mean, they've always been the biggest force in women's football and like the trendsetters, if you will. And it's brilliant. I mean, for the players, even all the teams and the players of the other teams. I mean, I know you mentioned the other week when they played Everton away and they were playing in like a pub car park or something. You know, the professional players and the top league, they should be playing at these sort of places. So you must be absolutely delighted.
Yeah, I mean, even to have like this season, they pledged 5, and obviously without the Champions League, we lost a few games, but they then had the initiative to put an extra one on. I thought it would be maybe like a couple more, but to hear that it's going to be all the WSL games, 3 Champions League, and if we progress to the knockouts of the Champions League, they'll have them as well. So there's potential to have like 15 games.
That's brilliant.
And it's, you know, it's easy for words, isn't it, to come out. I can't say his name, so apologies, but the guy, he's very mixed in with the women's team and has always said that our aim is to have more to go on, and I think it's by 2025 or 26 they wanted to have every game. And at the time you listen to it and you think it's easy to just say that and look like but they are actually sticking to their word and doing everything that they can. You know, it's extra revenue for the club, isn't it? Whether that goes back to the women's team,
which we sell a lot of the games out. It's extra money, and obviously all the young girls going to the
Everywhere.
club shop and getting all the football shirts. That's what it's all about.
For the
money,
first time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, even as an adult, I can't tell you what it was like to get a woman's name on my shirt for the first time. Like as a player like myself, and
Yeah.
growing up with football and just seeing boys, that those little girls now, even little boys, I know they're inspired by it as well. But to have little girls to be able to go to a big stadium like this and see it happening in front of them, it's down the line. We're going to be so good as a country, and hopefully now us as a team or a club are setting the standards. Everyone's going to start picking it up now and wanting to have what we have, and it could only help improve it, can't it? So yeah, I'm very proud that it's our club that are leading the line.
Yeah, we are the best. I mean, we are
We're
the best.
classy.
Yeah, we are. We're absolute class. That we always have been, and I think that's why it annoys a lot of people because we are classy. And in
Class is
regards,
permanent, my friend.
obviously,
Class is permanent.
yes, and staying on the women's theme, Bez, I'll go to you. Oh, Viv, I can never get her name right. Is it Midemar?
Midemar. That's why
That's the one, yeah.
Midemar. I think G can correct me on that.
They've announced
Yeah.
this week she's leaving after quite a while. Is it 9 years? Did I read that?
Yeah, 2017, I think she joined, if I'm correct.
The WSL's top goal scorer. I mean, she had a terrible injury. She had 2 ACLs. I know she had one, and she's never been the same player. Obviously, you all know more than I will. It was not really a surprise because she hasn't really played. But then someone said she was going to Man City. Have I read that right? Charlie's nodding. Is that correct?
It's not
Mate, she's
like
going to
set in
Man City.
stone, but it is.
And there's a
it's
rumour
like
going
highly
round.
rumoured. Yeah.
She's going to Man City. She'll go to Man City.
That's not good, is it?
Mate, the club
she
didn't even
gets a
offer her a
form.
new contract.
But
They
why
didn't even
is there more of a reason? Is there more to it than meets the eye, or is it because she doesn't play? I mean, when I've seen the lineups,
Yeah, but
half
she's
the
been
time she don't
injured
play.
though.
Is that But is that because the manager doesn't like her, or is it? I know there's a video circulating online the other day. It didn't look too good, but
Bruv, she was injured and then she came back, obviously wasn't fit. And then, I mean, I like Russo, always have done. But if there's anyone in our team that you want in a 1v1, it is Viv. It's Viv. But to not even offer her a new contract, to me, is borderline disgraceful. Because I actually think that she's arguably the GOAT of the league.
Well, she's a top goal scorer, isn't she?
Yeah, but not even just for that. Like, when she first joined, and obviously we won the cup and then the league, she was unplayable, bruv. Like,
because she turned down Barcelona, didn't she, a few years ago? Because she could have.
Well, she joins from Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich are good as well. Like, to be leaving Bayern Munich, but yeah, I think it's disgraceful. Like, I mean, Ellen White come out and said it the other day as well. And obviously, Ellen White is a fairly big legend herself. And I mean, Jill Rourke, I mean, that was another one as well. Why we let her go, for the life of me, I can't understand. But
did she go Man City as well?
Yeah, she's at Man City. She went Wolfsburg. She went back to Wolfsburg and then joined Man City.
And she's Dutch as well. Was she Dutch?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mate, G will tell you, bruv. Like, we keep letting we're letting our best players go either for free or they're joining our rivals.
Well, the men's team used to do that as well. That's because they were rubbish.
Let's not go down that route of selling our best. But yeah, it's not great, is it?
I'm more
What
frustrated.
happens in women's football, the transfers are a whole different game.
It is.
A lot more free transfers, isn't there?
And they're so cheap as well. The money's like.
Yeah, and they only signed for like 2 years as well. So it's we just lost like our backup and third choice goalkeeper on the same day yesterday.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
You just think,
where
is all this coming from? We're not even in. I know there is going to be the end of their contract, so naturally at the end of the year, people like clubs do actually say who's going to leave, don't they? And I guess in a nice way, they've had their own individual moments of the fan reaction and whatever. But yeah, it's before the bloody transfer has it already kicked in. We've already lost 3 players in 3 days.
So
I wish it was Zinsberger that had gone, bruv.
Yeah.
So the rumours about the certain England goalkeeper coming to Arsenal, is that going to happen, G?
I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't think it's going to happen?
I don't think it is, no. I think we're going to go for I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she's at Villa.
I was going to
the
say
Dutch
Leicester
number
she,
one.
yeah.
And
Is
she's
she any good?
Yeah, she is
Yep.
pretty damn
Okay,
good,
that's
actually.
good then.
So hopefully, but yeah, we would all like Marriott's, wouldn't we? We can't deny it.
I was going to
She's
say the Leicester
best.
keeper, to be fair, but yeah, you've
She's
corrected
had a
me.
lot of practice, isn't she, the Leicester keeper?
Yeah.
But that's the thing in the summer, though. I mean, obviously, whatever happens the weekend, it will be a very exciting summer for both teams. There'll be, well, already the women have started getting the outs, but the ins and outs of both. I mean, there's going to be so many players wanting to come aboard to both sides, just to be honest. I mean, if we do win the league, I mean, even more players will want to come. You would have thought, Mark. I mean, I've seen a list of the players that could potentially leave. I mean, our squad could be absolutely ridiculous next year. I mean, I've heard us linked with God knows how many strikers. I think we all agree we would like a winger, a striker, a centre mid, and maybe another fullback off the top of my head. Yep, Charlie's there. He's loving that. So that's 4 world-class players added to the world-class team we've got, plus the good squad players. And obviously, there's a few that will leave. I don't know what I'm doing with my fingers, but
You're typing in their names, Brooks.
yeah,
Here,
no, I am. Yeah, I'll see you later. Yeah,
Bye, Nketiah, mate.
yeah, well, that's the thing.
Please.
And this friendship, Mark, as well. I mean,
Yeah.
we're now in a decision. Well, we'll sell them. Eddie will sell them players for good prices, not stupid fees.
Yeah.
You know, the Smith Rose and Nketiahs, bless them, and the Ramsdales, look, they're going to leave, and they should all fetch at least £40 million a pop. And people joke about Eddie Nketiah, but he's young and he's English, and he will score goals in a couple of things, you know.
Yeah,
you know?
and look, the rumours that are out there that there are 3 or 4 clubs after him, that only drives his price up.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it.
So, yeah, I do think we'll get, as I said, I think there'll be probably 6 or 7 outgoings during the summer. You know, 3, maybe more if you count the likes of El Neni and Cedric who are out of contract anyway.
Nah, Cedric's never leaving.
I have it down sideways, bro. Club legend.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that. I'm not going to lie. I've always had a soft spot for him.
Yeah.
He's never really pissed me off. I know he has his limitations, but I don't, you know.
No, he's one of those. He's a good pro, as they say.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's a
down
popular
sideways,
figure.
mate.
Yeah, I mean, if you compare him to someone like Cedric, I mean, that's the one. I mean, get 75 grand a week just to be in pictures. Yeah.
And walk the dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
It's a big job, that.
We've
Brooksy,
the three guys who are out on loan are all going to be gone. Tavares, Lokonga, and Tierney. I would imagine none of them are coming back.
But Lokonga's done well at Luton, by the
He's
counts.
done very well. He's done very well. But again, I don't
Charlie
think
laughing. Yes.
Yeah, but
he's not a top.
No.
He's not going to be a player you bring into a top club.
Yeah,
like
no.
Man City wouldn't dream of signing him. You know.
No, I know.
So I would imagine he'll be off. And as you said, because he's done well at Luton, we'll fetch a decent fee for him, hopefully. And then, as you said, Ramsdale and Nketiah, Smith Rowe, and probably Nelson will be off as well.
That's a lot of homegrown players, isn't there?
That's the thing.
You wanted to say something, Bez, didn't you? Go on.
I'm just smiling like Cheshire Cat because I've just seen the Euro 24 French squad and Saliba is part of it. So I'm just smiling like Cheshire
So
Cat.
bloody should be. Well,
Celebrate
I don't want any of
no, I
our
was
players
just going to
going
say,
to
Charlie,
Euros.
who is their preferred choice?
He ain't playing, mate. He ain't playing.
Who is their two? Who do they have? I can't even say his name. Who's the centre half at the back? That's the one.
And
Meccano.
Hernandez, isn't it? One of the
ACL.
Oh, there's 2 of them, isn't there? I didn't realise there was 2 of them.
No, he's got an ACL.
Yeah.
He's got an ACL.
Okay.
How on earth can Saliba not be starting centre half of them?
No, because they'll play Koundé there, bro. He'll play Upamecano and Koundé, I reckon.
Kanate as well, doesn't he play?
Or Kanate.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's good
like
then.
Saliba.
Let him rest Saliba.
Deschamps not a fan of Saliba. For
He
whatever
don't like
reason.
He can come on a cruise with me. Come on, that's fine. I'll take him away.
No, for whatever reason,
No
Deschamps.
Lisa at all in this squad, which is a shame.
Yeah, but he's not getting in over the likes of Ousmane Dembele and players like that. Like he's good at Elise, but he's not getting in over Dembele.
I don't see the hype of Elise. I know Liam loves him. That's
I love him.
A lot of Palace fans. But there's something about him. And this is to sound really picky, but the other day he scored a lovely goal against Wolves and didn't celebrate, and that really annoyed me. I just don't get it. If I score a goal,
I don't care about that.
Take my clothes off. No, it just annoys me. I just don't get it. Don't be miserable. Come to my club and do that.
I remember Balotelli being
doing
asked about
somersaults.
that years ago. when Balotelli scored and he didn't celebrate, and he was asked about it. He goes, "The postman, you know this, Brooksy. The postman doesn't celebrate when he delivers letters."
Oh, I do.
So,
Mate, it's a big summer for this football club. Like, we've got so many
Massive.
dead players. So
Yeah.
many dead players to get rid of.
That's amazing how we've done so well, isn't it, Charlie? You think about it. You take that into context. So we pushed the best team in the world, let's be honest, for the last few years. And we very nearly got there.
Well, you said it yourself earlier, Brooksy. Like, to compete with Man City, you have to have a world-class squad. No. You don't need a world-class squad. You need a world-class player in every position and then a world-class backup in every position to compete with Man City. There's a difference between a world-class squad and having two top players for every single position, plus a bench and a reserves. Like, they have the best academy in the world. Like, they're so good. They're actually so good.
That was different. It was Thierry Henry. He could do what he liked.
right.
He played for Arsenal. I didn't care.
Ederson goes off injured the other night. Ortega comes in and wins man of the match. It's like,
I know.
lads.
But that was a strange
What are you
season, though,
doing?
The players are kicking off when they can't come off. I know. It's just like
Son missed on purpose, bro.
no, he did. Someone put a video up while I was
he
there.
seemed very happy with himself when he was
Carabao
talking
Cup
to Pep
when he
after
scored a
the
1-on-1
game.
against us.
Carabao Cup, though, innit? No one cares.
No, exactly. It's very true. I was annoyed though. So I lost home to him.
Yeah.
Like, that was the one time, that we lost to them, and deep down, I wasn't even actually that mad. I was just like, well done. You beat us. You beat our B team in the Carabao Cup in a competition you're not even going to win.
It's a real shrug your shoulders competition, isn't it? It's like, so
you're not even going to win it. You're not even going to win it anyway, yet you're gloating about beating us. Right.
It's one of those competitions you don't really care until you get to the semi-final and you go, do you know what? I'd like a day out at Wembley. That's about the height of it. The FA Cup has gone that way as well.
The FA Cup's the one for me because the way we went out this season for me was absolutely disgraceful. Some of those chances we had, I would have scored them 100%.
Should have been 4-0.
They're bringing on 16-year-olds at the end. That just really winded me up.
We got players scoring own goals and all that. Yeah, come on, mate.
That's the thing. We've all got a moment of but then on Sunday, June, we could win the league. I mean, we won the league with Eddie and Ketia. I mean,
mate, if we win this league, if we win this league, it is peak for every single person that I know that doesn't support Arsenal. It is so peak. It's the cooking. The cooking that they're getting all summer.
People, my work are dreading if we do win the league because I'll literally be running around the office, hardly even on, probably dressed up in an Arsenal flag, just screaming and shouting. It's just no work will get done next Monday.
Mate, I'll be too fucking drunk.
Oh mate, that's the thing, isn't it? And Sunday, Bez, you'll be around, won't you, Sunday?
I'll be around, yes. Despite
Charlie, coming up?
One of my mates. Sorry, one of my promised me a ticket, but sadly I'll just be around the area, yes.
Oh, yes. I mean, it could be absolute carnage on Saturday. Let's just say we win. Let's be positive, just live in a dream world. Yeah, Man City drawn, Jarrod Bowen scored in the 98th minute of the ref, and it's gone in, and he's had to count it.
Look, we can all dream, okay? We're not to dream.
That's what football's all about, dreaming. We've all got the scenarios. It'd be lovely if West Ham could go into a weird 3-0 lead and we could relax and we're winning comfortably 2-0. We know that's probably not going to be the case. But, it's the dream. Everyone wants to celebrate the title at home and everyone be up there.
But my friend, can I just say to you, and I'm sure a lot of you right now will resonate with me, just live in that moment now and go into the last day of this season, how it will be, almost as I had the power nap the other day and I had a dream about it, just to hear us have that mini little percent of a chance. It's just be the feeling I've not had in ages. I mean, the last time I won the league, many years back, and I was a young lad back then, it was still my teens. But to have this now as a grown-up adult, it would just be special. It would be such a special to just rub it in the sort of the city fan base, because they're fans, they're very, very classic, But just to rub it in, it would be such a feeling.
It would be absolutely wonderful. And we shall see, should we? What are we all going for
And who'll get the
predictions
injury
then for
Sunday?
Sunday? Oh, go on, Bez. Carry on, go on. But yeah, predictions for Sunday, Charlie. I'll start with you.
Well, for our game or for
Yeah. Don't worry about Man City. Yeah, there's no point trying to kid ourselves.
4-0.
Love that 4-0 to Arsenal, I presume.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Oh dear. Mark.
I'll go 2-0.
2-0. Oh, cautious. I'll say 5-0. I think, yeah, we've smashed a few teams at home 5-0 last time. I think we beat Everton. Was it Everton we beat the other year 5-0 at home?
Yeah.
G.
5-1.
5-1, there you go. I'll take that again. G, yourself?
I think I went with 4, so I'm going to stick with 4.
Yeah.
4-0.
Bez, last but not least.
Hey, I won 6 on Tuesday. I'll still stick to my 6.
Go on. We win 6-0 and Man City stunningly get thrashed 6-1 by West Ham. Oh, next week it'll just be unbelievable scenes. Well, that's it then, ladies and gentlemen. Time is nearly up. So, you never know. Football is a very, very funny game. I know we love North London forever, but you never know. On Sunday, we'll all be singing, I'm forever blowing bubbles. You just never know. You just never know. Thank you very much and good night.
Thanks all.